Without Jeff Hollinger. Jeff, Pate also listening to the opening statements today. What do you think about him?
What did you think, what you heard from opening statements?
Well, I would agree with Judge Hatchett. If the state can prove everything they've set out to prove, everything they promised in opening statements, then they're going to have a heck of a case. But that's the question. Did they overpromise? Did they say too much? I think we saw a couple of fairly dry witnesses, a lot of documentary evidence, the video clips. We'll see if they can actually show it.
There were some questions, at least that we saw on social media, from some who believe that perhaps the defense went on too long in the opening statement. They trotted out a board that was difficult to see, even for the jury. Your thoughts on that as you saw it?
Well, I think they started out trying a different case. They did not want to directly address the arguments that the state was making. So what they said basically was, look, the state can't prove all of this. Now let me tell you about Andrea Snyderman. Let me talk about her family. Let me talk about what she did with her husband. So they're trying a different case.
A video of Andrea Snyderman's testimony during Hemi Newman's trial was shown to jurors today during the prosecution's opening statement. The video showed Andrea talking about her marriage to Rusty, how she got the job at General Electric, how she began to interact with Hemi Newman there, even how they discussed each other's personal lives and how Hemi Newman became Andrea's mentor. Now, one of the clips showed a very defiant moment on the stand with Andrea.
Miss Snyderman, you talked yesterday.
I'm sorry, can I be called Mrs. Snyderman, or is that not against the court rules?
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to call her whatever she wants. That's fine.
All right.
I was saying Miss.
She prefers Mrs. Snyderman. I will courtesy if you would, counsel.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That clip shown in opening statements for the prosecution to counter opening statements by the defense attorney cautioned the jury to consider Andrea's previous testimony was heated for a specific reason. Listen.
But during the course of that testimony, all of a sudden the assistant district attorney who is doing the questioning, none of these fine folks here, all of a sudden turns on her and says, "You were having an affair with him." She was not, and she does not react well. She is feisty, she is strong-willed, and she will not be pushed around. You will see it on the video footage of her when she testifies.
All right, that is the defense attorney's explanation. We're going to pick up our discussion here, bringing in criminal defense attorney Paige Pate. Paige, what did you think of defense attorney's explanation of Andrea Snyderman's response and attitude and behavior in the previous trial?
Well, I don't think it was enough. Brenda, he absolutely, though, had to tell the jury they were expecting this type of evidence to come in. You can't just let that come in without some explanation in advance. So I think it was good that he addressed it during opening statement, but I don't think he did enough to put it into context.
Judge?
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I don't think he did enough to put it in context, and he's going to have to do a lot better if he's going to try to soften that whole piece. And I don't know, really, Paige, how much more he can do in the end of the day with this.
There are 9 women on this jury.
Right?
That could make a difference. I mean, do you think these jurors will be sympathetic with her? Will give her a pass, perhaps?
Well, you know.
That's ultimately going to be the question. I mean, the state does not need to put in these video clips to prove she made these prior statements. They can do it from a trial transcript, but they want the jury to remember that Andrea Snyderman, and that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, it's been a great tactic, and they've been using that, I thought, very effectively today. So this prior testimony is really coming back to haunt her.
You know what? We're seeing some of the same faces, aren't we, from the Hemi Newman